Welcome back to Yana's English Academy. Today we're diving into part 2 of 10 business English idioms from Suits. So if you loved part 1, you're in for another treat. These phrases are sharp, powerful, and straight from the fast-paced world of corporate law. And hey, if you're learning something new, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and ring the bell, because just like Liz Lit, we don't want you missing out on any drama. Let's jump in.
I'm not the one robbing the cradle here.
I'm not robbing anything. Zoe and I are the same age.
So you admit it. You called to ask her on a date. Behind my back.
It wasn't behind your back. You'd gone home already.
Because you waited for me to go home.
Like I said, it was behind your back.
First up, we have behind someone's back. If you do something behind someone's back, you do it secretly, without them knowing, and often unfairly. An example: I dread to think what they say about me behind my back. In Suits, this phrase pops up when people make deals or take actions without involving others. Classic office politics.
Harvey, just out of curiosity, what took you so long to call her?
I had my hands full with Hardman.
Well, now you're gonna have your hands full of her.
Look, now it's over. I want to celebrate. And she's the person I want to do it with.
Let's move on to idiom 2. Have your hands full. This means you're super busy with no time for anything else. I'd love to help, but I've got my hands full organizing the school play. In the world of Suits, everyone has their hands full, especially when they're juggling lawsuits, betrayals, and secret agendas.
You know, for your information, I wasn't the only senior partner who voted for Hardman. And I don't see you giving anyone else shit the way you give me. And by the way, when the chips were down, I backed you, I ousted him.
You mean when you did this?
Idiom 3. When the chips are down. When the chips are down means in a tough or critical situation when true character is revealed. When the chips are down, you'll know who your real friends are. In Suits, this is exactly what we see when the firm is under pressure.
You here to rip the bandaid off?
That's what Grammy always said to do when you have a boo-boo.
Really? You're gonna use her to get out of this?
Idiom 4. Rip the bandaid off. This means to do something unpleasant quickly, so the pain is over fast. You just need to rip the bandaid off and tell them the bad news. Sounds brutal? Maybe, but in business, hesitation can cost you.
Look, I know I jumped the gun, but one wrong question and I'm out?
You weren't jumping the gun. It set you off.
Harvey, I'm fine.
Look, I'm not blaming you. I'm understanding you. Your parents were killed by a drunk driver.
Idiom 5. Jump the gun. Jumping the gun is all about doing something too soon. They've only just met. Isn't it jumping the gun to be talking about marriage already? In Suits, jumping the gun often leads to risky consequences, especially in legal negotiations.
Look, this is a fair plea, and it's one that should go through. I'll make sure that it does. And if you were to put a word in with Harvey, I would appreciate it.
Idiom 6. Put in a good word for someone. If you put in a good word for someone, you recommend them. I really need a job, and I was hoping you might put in a good word for me with your boss. Remember, in business, who you know often matters just as much as what you know.
Good.
Yeah, good. I don't want to hire another associate ever again. The one I picked causes me enough headaches.
Oh, right. Like winning cases? Graffiti, Man in Black, is that ringing any bells?
It does indeed. Which leads us to our next assignment, should you choose to accept it.
Number 7. Ring a bell. Ring a bell means something sounds familiar. The name rang a bell, but I couldn't remember where I'd heard it before. In Suits, this idiom is perfect for when someone brings up an old case or rival.
And I never meant to put you in this situation, but I would really appreciate it if you kept what I told you to yourself.
Let me get this straight. You hit on me, then you run into the arms of some married woman. You come waltzing into my office trying to cutesy your way out of it, and now you have the nerve to think I'm gonna go and tell other people?
Number 8. This one, let me get this straight, is used when you want to clarify something, especially if it sounds unbelievable. Let me get this straight. You want me to lie to the client? It's the phrase you say before dropping a truth bomb.
Did you bring the accoutrement?
We.
I'm on pins and needles. Before we begin, I need to know, who's your front runner?
Maria Monroe. Wasn't even close.
I know.
Number 9, on pins and needles. When someone is on pins and needles, it means someone is anxious or excited, waiting for something. Don't keep Margaret on pins and needles. Give her a call. In Suits, this is the state everyone's in when a verdict is about to be announced.
There were no 5 best.
You were testing me?
I wasn't about to serve up my best candidate on a silver platter.
God, I love that. After all, Maria is very desirable. But the thing is, I'm gonna need you.
And finally, idiom 10. Hand something to someone on a silver platter. This means giving someone something easily, without them earning it. For example, if you sell your share now, you're handing ownership to him on a silver platter. In the legal world of Suits, nothing should come that easy, or it's probably a trap. All right, language superstars, that's a wrap on 10 business English idioms from Suits, Part 2. You're not just learning English, you're leveling up like a closer at Pearson Hardman, confident, sharp, and always ready to win the room. But why stop here? Keep the momentum going with my video, Master used to, be used to, get used to, would, plus narrative tenses like a native. Because grammar should feel like second nature, not second guessing. Curious how strong your English really is? Test your skills in Do You Have B2 English? Take this test. And if you roll about expressions that hit right in the feels, binge 25 English idioms about feelings and emotions, part 1 and 2. They're expressive, memorable, and just what you need to sound natural. Thanks for watching, and remember, here at Yana's English Academy, we don't just study English, we own it. See you in the next one.